Hi everybody, I'm Kelly from thespunkycoconut.com, and today I thought I would give you an update on Ashley's progress. A couple weeks ago on Facebook I mentioned how her life was being transformed with the gelatin that she's been eating lately, and a lot of you asked to know more about that. So first I have to back up to last year. You may remember last summer, Ashley's symptoms of autism really came out of the closet. Things that are normally very minimal to non-existent became more and more severe over the course of several months, to the point where she was screaming and crying all day, throwing things all day, breaking them. It was all I could do to get through the day. Then my friend Tom Maltaire called and offered to help me. He asked me to go through the vitamins I was giving Ashley and read him the ingredients of everything. And I thought that was kind of useless because I was confident that there was nothing in them that she couldn't have. But I was reading him all the ingredients, and sure enough, in her B12 complex, we found gluten. So I had accidentally been glutening her for months, and her autism had just gone crazy out of control. I immediately took her off the vitamin, of course, and right away she stopped screaming all day, stopped crying all day, throwing things all day. But she also stopped pooping, and she became severely constipated. And I tried increasing everything that I would normally give her for that, like vitamin C, magnesium. I increased everything you could think of to help with constipation. I was giving her more green smoothies and more supplements, and still she was going not even twice a week. So again, my friend Tom called, and also in the same day my friend Ilana called, and both of them separately said, Kelly, with everything that she's taking and the way she's eating, if she's not going, she probably needs more serotonin. And serotonin can affect everything, even your digestion and your regularity. So I got her 5-HTP, which is a natural way to increase your serotonin levels. And sure enough, that really helped, and she started becoming more and more regular. And then with time, it stopped working so much, and she started becoming less and less regular. So we were back to the problem with the constipation again. All I could really do at that point was enemas to get her going, because we were doing everything else imaginable that anyone could think of. Then before we went on our road trip, before my last cookbook came out, I got really into making Jell-O, like around, I think in August. And my friend Ilana was also making it, and Ashley was eating Ilana's Jell-O and my Jell-O, and there was just Jell-O, Jell-O, Jell-O all the time. Well, she started becoming more regular. And I was like, oh my gosh, Andy, I think that the gelatin is helping. And we were like, is it? Is that it? I don't know. But then in September, we moved, very beginning of September, and she didn't have as much gelatin in September. And then in October, when the book came out, we were gone on our road trip, book tour, all of October. And she didn't have very much gelatin on the trip either. And she was getting more and more regular, going maybe once or twice a week. So when we came home, in the very beginning of November, I said, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to try doing the gelatin every day and see if it works and see what happens. So 2 weeks ago on Facebook, it had been about 2 weeks since we'd been home, since I'd been giving her gelatin every day, and she was going every day. And this is after almost a year of going maybe once or twice, at the most twice a week. So I was really excited. And I started just putting it in whatever I could think of, from chocolate mousse to pie. She loves to have smoothie in the morning when she first wakes up, because she really likes to eat right away, and the fastest thing I can do to feed her in the morning is to make her a smoothie immediately. So I started putting the green label gelatin that you can dissolve, it doesn't clump in cold liquids, and I'll link to that below. It's by Great Lakes, and I started putting that in her smoothies and shakes in the morning, and she gets a tablespoon every morning, which is about 6 grams of protein, and a full profile of other vitamins, minerals that are in there too. And it's been another 2 weeks since I told you guys on Facebook, so it's been a month now of having the gelatin every day, and it has totally changed our life. You know, she's going every day. There was a time where she missed 2 days of taking the gelatin. She didn't want her smoothie for some reason that day. I think maybe she wasn't feeling very good. And sure enough, those 2 days that she missed it threw her off for about four days that she was constipated again. As soon as she started drinking the shakes again with the gelatin, she became regular again. So it's really awesome. And now I'm going to share with you her favorite morning protein shake that I put the gelatin in. Even my husband and my other kids love the dandelion just as much, so I hope you like it. Okay, here it is. First, we're gonna add our tea that we've chilled. That's the dandelion tea. And this is the caramel nut one, which I find is really sweet, and so we don't need very much sweetener. And it's a half a cup of the chilled dandelion tea, half a cup almond milk, unsweetened, 1 soft medjool date, the seed removed, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and it doesn't matter what color they are, these are dark. Then we're going to do 2 tablespoons, because this is for 2 servings, of the gelatin. And it's really important, since this is not hot, that we use the green label Great Lakes gelatin. That's this one. And finally, our coconut milk that is frozen. I used the BPA-free tray with the lid. It's going to take 6. This will be really loud, sorry. And there we go. And this makes 2 shakes. And if you want to use a different sort of tea, it's really good with other flavors of tea, and some of them may need more sweetener. You can add a few drops of stevia or another date. And there you go. Since I know a lot of you are going to ask, what vitamins are we still giving Ashley since giving her the gelatin, and since that has changed her life and made her regular after a year of not being regular? And I'm not giving this as advice, I'm just telling you what works for us and what we're doing. In all honesty, she's taking very little now. She has a multivitamin liquid that I give her maybe once a week. It's called Intrikid, and I will link to that below. And she takes krill oil and evening primrose oil, because Ashley is deficient in some of the higher essential fatty acids like 6 and 9, omega-6 and 9. But again, maybe once a week I give her her essential fat. I'd like to give her that more often. The truth is, I've been so focused on the gelatin, I've kind of forgotten about her essential fatty acids. but she's still taking them and the liquid, and that's really it. She gets probiotics in the yogurt that I make, and she does occasionally have kombucha. I might start making it again. Don't worry, I won't use the ceramic water cooler that I got. I recently realized that you shouldn't make kombucha in ceramic containers, only glass. So she gets good bacteria from kombucha and my dairy-free yogurt that I make pretty often. And if you look at the Great Lakes, like I was saying, the profile on it, it's pretty impressive what it has in it itself in addition to protein. So yeah, that's what's working for us, and that's what we're doing. One more thing I wanted to mention, because it's so important, and I was telling Tom this when we saw them in Seattle last month, is that those symptoms that Ashley has when she's glutened, the autism symptoms, they also rear their ugly head when she's constipated. So not only is it super important for her health that she's regular, because when we're constipated, our body is reabsorbing those toxins that would normally be eliminated, but it's also really important for her happiness and her behavior, because being constipated, she becomes more irritated and having those fits and tantrums and being more frustrated because she is frustrated and she feels sick, she doesn't feel good. So all of that comes out when she doesn't feel good. So not only is it important for her health and all of our health that we are regular and go every day, but it's also really important for how we act and how happy we are and how we feel and our everyday life. So I just wanted to add that. All right, have a great day. Bye.